ThaBoxingvoice.com, live here with Zack Spiller, right?
Going on, yeah, man. Zack
so, born and raised in Houston or Louisiana, right?
No, I'm actually from St. Louis area, but I've spent most of my life in Texas, man. I grew up in Killeen. I was out there for shit, damn near all my life, man. I just got out here about a year ago in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
What brings you to Houston?
My coach, man. Everybody's been encouraging me to, take that leap of faith and box full time, man. So I quit my job a year ago and I box full time now. My coach out here, he welcomed me into his home, and now this is all I do, man.
So how'd you meet him, you being from a completely different state and him being from Houston?
Well, he was actually in Killeen as well at the time, and we was actually his sparring partner while he was still fighting, man. And me and my boy Darius would go over there and spar with him, and then eventually, he crossed over to the coaching side. He's somebody that I trust fully, man, and he always has a good, he's always like a good voice for my ear while I'm in the ring, so that's how I ended up coming out here, man. They always encouraged me to come out here, so that's how I ended up out here.
So I'm assuming you knew from the beginning you had a pro style, because you only have 4 amateur fights and 1 pro fight, right?
Yeah, 4 amateur fights. I fought 3 fights at the novice, and I went open, and then I had got an injury in my open bout, and I didn't fight for like, shit. My last fight in the amateurs was 2016. I just had my pro debut in March.
So how has that experience been? I mean, 4 amateur fights, that's not a lot, but it looks like you're getting elite level work in the gym. You're here with a, former Olympian and someone that people believe to be the boogeyman in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So I'm sure that the rounds you're getting with Hrgović makes up for any amateur fights you didn't have.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I actually, the first time I got like the pro experience is I came out here to spar with Travis Kaufman.
Okay.
And that's pretty much like what picked up the momentum, like everybody wanted me to come out here. And I went out there and I did really well with them, having not sparred with anybody at that level before. And then the next thing you know, I'm sparring with Jared Anderson, F.A. Jabba, Charles Martin, Joyce, Brian Jennings, and now Hrgović, man. So I'm getting a ton of experience from these guys and learning a lot from them as well.
What's the biggest thing you're learning? I mean, that's a list of elite level names.
Yeah, man, and the biggest thing I learned, like, for myself, man, like, not on no, like, cocky shit, it's like there's a very thin line between the elite and, like, just the regulars, man, but that thin line is very important things, and I learned that going to camp with these guys, seeing how hard they work, the time and dedication they put into the ring, and that's kind of what gave me the courage to kind of jump into it, and like Charles Martin's camp was really like the next step for me. Like, I went out there when he was getting ready for Luis Ortiz, and it was like he had a really great camp, and I learned a lot from those guys, Manny Robles and all them, and that's when I really started to take off, man.
Yeah, man, Manny is a great coach. I feel like he's a bit underrated. He made Valdez the champion.
Yeah.
He made Andy the champion.
Yeah, Andy Ruiz.
He definitely brought Charles Martin back from his loss to AJ.
He did, man. Like, Charles, man, people can say what they want about Charles, but Charles was really tough, man, and probably the hardest puncher I've been in there with, man.
Oh,
honestly.
wow.
Yeah, like, his power was crazy. Like, he hit me, and I'm like, oh, shit. I'm about to be in for a long 5 weeks, but it was a great experience, man. Him and Jared was really tough as well, man. Jared's a great talent. So.
What was tough about him? Is it the athleticism or high output?
It's both. Like, he's very athletic and his high output, and then he's so young, man. Like, he's only, I think, 22 now. I was sparring with him when he was 21, and I'm like, this kid is like, as long as he stays on the right track, bro, Jared's gonna be elite, man. And that's like, even though he could possibly be one of my opponents later, I always show respect when respect is deserved to be given.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what's the story with you? You got that 1 fight in March. When are you looking to get back in the ring?
I'm actually fighting on the 22nd.
Of this month?
Yeah, this month.
Okay, where?
Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a couple fights lined up, man, but we had some issues. Either opponents would pull out or a couple people didn't want to take. Yeah, it definitely is, man. It's definitely a learning experience, seeing the boxing business for what it is, man. But hopefully I'm going to be fighting the next 30 days. Every 30 days I'm going to be fighting for the next 3 months, hopefully.
All right, well, that sounds
stay
good.
active.
Whose plan was that?
Mine and me and my coach. I told him my goal was to get 6 fights this year, man, and just keep gaining experience, getting in there and getting comfortable, and I mean, now that I do this full time, man, between my strength and conditioning coach, my teammates, they all got faith in me, and my confidence just went to a whole new level, man. And like I said, I get to work with Hrgović and all these guys, so I feel real good about myself. I just want to keep learning and growing as a fighter, man. And hopefully, you know, in a couple years, I can be out there making noise and getting a shot at the title.
Well, give everybody your social media, man, for anybody that isn't following you.
Oh yeah, my social media is at Zack Spiller. It's ZACHSPILLER on Instagram. My Facebook is on and off, but it's the same thing, Zack Spiller. And that's the only 2 social medias I have right now.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.